Hey guys, this is JD and welcome back to my channel, but most importantly, welcome to episode 30 of Hogwarts Legacy. Oh my god, man, we're already 30 episodes in, guys. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I think today's Thursday. I believe that the game came out on Friday, so it's not even a week in when I'm recording this episode. And it's already 30 episodes in, guys. Almost 30 hours in. Not including the hours off camera, so amazing. Anyway, we ended up last episode finishing the mission with Sebastian, and then I came back here and I had no missions available apart from the three, like the treasure map, the mod key one, and another one, the Skyrim, the sky is the limit, whatever, the broom, the trials. So I went around. Roaming around the castle, I found a few mods, I found another few Demiguise moons, whatever, but I mean, there was no missions coming in. So then, I remembered something that I had read yesterday when I'm recording this on Thursday, so I read it Wednesday, that the first full patch has came out, I think yesterday on Wednesday, for the PC and for the Xbox. And this was an issue with the game. Basically, at one point the game sometimes stops sending you owl messages, and so you end up without missions. But then if you check your owl, you find them all in your owl post. So that's what I did. I remember this thing. Now by the time this airs, which this should be airing on the 24th, I believe, if my math serves me correctly, probably the patch would have come out for the PS5 and this is solved. But if not, and it happens to you guys, check this owl post here and you'll find them. Once you read them, then the quests will move on to the quest screen. And we have a few quests, guys. We have a few quests. Let me show you the quests that we have. First of all, we found this, the man behind the moons. I received an owl mail from Mr. Pierce Pemberton, who is frustrated that I've been taking the moons from the Demiguise statues. I should pay this man a visit in Hogsmeade. Now, I don't know who Pierce Pemberton is. I don't know if we met him before or not, but this guy is the guy behind the moons in the Demiguise statues, apparently. Then we have the sky's the limit. We're not doing that for now. This, I only have 2 left. Then the centaur and the stone. Poppy sent me an owl saying that she wants to meet near Irondale at a cave south of Hogwarts. Meet Poppy near Irondale at the cave. Finding focus. This is to meet Nat. And Lord Gog's loyalty. This is the main quest. So I am curious about the man behind the moons. So without further ado, guys, let's start this episode 30 by visiting Hogsmeade.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
I don't know, man. I wish I visit Hogsmeade one day. This guy here.
Those statues took time and effort.
Pierce Pemberton.
Pardon me, sir, but about those curious Demiguise statues I've seen.
What? Who are you? Why do you ask?
They're quite clever.
Oh, thank you. A lot of craftsmanship and care went into them. I assume.
So you did create them?
Yes, I did. It was a ploy to give that pathetic oaf Moon a taste of the grief he caused me years ago. You are the one who's been pilfering them.
I am, at the request of Mr. Moon. I received your owl on your stationery.
Ah, well, fitting Moon would enlist a student. Too cowardly to do it himself. Hasn't changed a bit. Even when we were at school, he was a cowardly bully. Gave me a horrible nickname, which I shan't repeat. I was thrilled when we left school and he seemed gone for good. Then I started seeing him around Hogsmeade. It was too much. Even if I do take satisfaction in that his life's destiny was to be a lowly caretaker.
Mr. Moon does a good deal for the school, and he's taught me a lot. He's terrified of those statues.
I know. You should have seen his face when that boggart appeared. Oh, priceless. That's when I knew what I needed to do. I simply didn't want to encounter him anymore. So, I shrewdly put a boggart in his path to learn his greatest fear. I then created the Demiguise statues to keep him in his place, so to speak. The moons were an inspired play on his name. It worked brilliantly, until you started clearing them out.
The statues are a form of bullying. You're no better than him. Perhaps it's time you both moved on.
Fair point, I suppose. If they've terrified him, as you say, he may have learned his lesson.
Okay. Talk to Gladwin.
Mr. Moon, I've learned who's behind the Demiguise statues. It was an old schoolmate of yours, Piers Pemberton.
Oh, I might have known. Pigtails Piers.
I don't think he likes being called that.
Of course he does. Oh, he had such flowing locks, and we used to laugh about them. I laughed the hardest of all. Clever, clever man. I'd no idea he was so devious. I must go and congratulate him. Whatever statues remain seem less terrifying now that I know they were put out by old pigtails. Continue collecting them if you like. As for me, I'm gonna go and pay a visit to my old friend.
Okay, he took it well. He took it well. Okay. Now, it's either Poppy or Nat. I would go for Nat. Where is she? Great Hall. Okay, let's go.
Protego!
Brand new game. Just beware the open flame.
I really don't like that poltergeist or clown, whatever.
Some days are more difficult than others.
Natty, is everything all right?
There are times when my father's absence drifts to the back of my mind, and I feel peace for a day or two. But this is not one of those times. I miss him. I miss running with him. I miss Matilda. He should still be here. And it's my fault that he isn't.
It's not your fault, Natty. There's nothing you could have done to prevent it.
That is what my mother says. But he died protecting me. And I cannot help but feel guilty over that.
That's his job, Nat.
I find myself reliving the moment more often than I would like. I believe I would feel less helpless if I could truly put an end to Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's miserable lot. Each day they remain free, they do more damage, leaving people like Archie Bickle to suffer the consequences.
I agree, Natty. We'll get them. I've never seen someone so committed to a cause.
Thank you. I believe we will get them, beginning with Harlow. Thank you for speaking with me. It was very helpful.
That's it? That's it? Oh my god. And I thought we had a lot to do. It's just Centaur and the Stone. Maybe she gives us something to do. Pops, my favorite female character in the game. Let's go and help her out.
You made it.
I take it this means you had some luck at the library?
It took a few hours and some eye-watering maps, but I think this might be the cave Doran told us about.
Impressive. Especially with how little information he gave us.
Well, I'm still not sure this is the cave, but it did seem the most promising. I stumbled across some folklore about a cave in the area that people avoid. Seemed the perfect place to hide something of value. It's a bit of a leap, I confess, but might a mysterious item such as a special moonstone be hidden in an equally mysterious cave? I think I'm desperate for anything at this point.
Okay.
Did you discover why people avoid this cave?
Ridiculous, really. Rumour was that the cave drove people mad. I couldn't find any account by someone who had been in the cave, though. So either it is a rumour, or anyone who went in wasn't in any state to speak of it afterwards.
Could it be that anyone that went in did not come out?
Well, we're here. We might as well have a look.
Agreed.
She
I
got
wonder
her
if I'll go
courage.
blind from staring directly at a moonstone.
We didn't even tell her about the phoenix. She would be happy. Enter the Moonstone Garden. Let's go, let's do it. Okay, this is where I was basically. I was trying to find this
Revelio.
one.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Yeah, okay, this is where okay, so I didn't lose a lot. This is where I was trying to find the moth.
Revelio. Accio. Confringo. Accio.
Okay, that does nothing. Now, my problem is... What is the mod? Because I thought I've missed something here, but I didn't. And I can't find the moth. Because apart from that room, we can go this way.
Revelio.
And I can see the moth there, look. But there is no way to get it. Or did I? No, I didn't come this way. Where the fuck was I? Okay, so... No, we were here already because the doors are open. What the fuck am I
Another
saying?
obstacle. No matter. I'm sure we can work out a way across.
Lumos.
Lumos!
It goes there.
Revelio.
How can I get that mod?
Accio.
I need... Aha.
Merlin, it's beautiful.
Lumos.
Fucking see what I've done there.
Revelio. Lumos.
Okay, I thought, in the beginning,
Revelio.
that those two were meant to hold up this bridge. Should have known better, man. Because I saw... I have it on camera, guys. I said there was a mod down there.
Lumos. Revelio.
So this
did
was...
it.
Yeah, okay.
I was hoping we wouldn't have to do this again.
Incendio. Defendo. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Accio. Crucio.
Someone's not afraid of them.
Bombard. Imperio. Accio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Incendio.
Expelliarmus!
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Confringo.
Okay, nice. Give me that tongue. She threw a cabbage? Or did I throw a cabbage? No, I didn't. Okay, so now...
Revelio.
Now that the waters
the
are
water's bubbling. How odd.
clear...
Should we take a closer look?
Wait,
You
hang
read my
on.
mind.
We take that, we take a dive there. We end up... This is...
Merlin, it's even more beautiful close up. It's got to be here. I just know it.
This was like... Can we get up? Come on, man.
Incendio. Confringo.
Given what Whoopers are known to do, I never thought I'd be so happy to see this many of them.
I don't know. I've been listening to them for a while now, and I'm starting to lose my mind. Incendio.
Very funny. I was just thinking
Confringo.
how it's proof that poachers haven't been,
Expelliarmus.
assuming this is where the Moonstone is. Which means we're one step ahead of them.
I need some of
We
these.
found it! It's like staring directly at the moon.
Hang on now. I would want some of these birds.
Levioso.
Well, we found what we came for. Now we just need to bring it to the henge.
No, we started it.
Accio.
Whatever, man.
Well done, Poppy. This did end up being the right cave after all.
A good thing, too. We need every advantage over the poachers if we're to get to the Snidgets first. We should do as Doran suggested and bring the Moonstone to the henge.
Shall we?
We shall. If we leave now, we should make it there by nightfall. That's the henge, precisely where Doran said it would be. But now that we're here, I'm not entirely sure how to feel. We knew we were at the cave for the Moonstone, but Doran didn't tell us what to expect when we placed the stone in the henge.
Whatever it is, it had better have to do with Snidgets.
The clock is ticking in that regard, isn't it? Let's make our way down. We're nearly at the end of this. I think that's it over there.
Now we're getting across.
How's your Gran doing, by the way?
Nothing keeps Gran down. She set up a caterwauling charm and threatened to make a coat out of the next poacher that set foot on her doorstep. I still feel terrible that I'm the reason they went there.
Surely she'll be pleased you've gone after the Snidgets.
I hope so. Gran understands how important it is to protect those who need it. I think we can safely say we know where the Moonstone goes.
Oh yeah?
Whoa!
Oh. That was a mooncalf dance. Do you know how rare it is to see even one? They only ever happen under a full moon. Though I suppose the Moonstone allowed it to happen now.
Is the pattern they left behind on the ground normal?
All part of the dance. No one pattern is ever the same, though. We'll need to draw this one to get a better sense of it. Can't wait to tell Gran that I've managed to see not one, but 2 mooncalf dances. She'll be jealous.
You've seen this before?
It was pure luck the first time. I was on Highwing, or I'd never have spotted it. It was the night Well, the night I met Highwing, actually,
Come on, spit it out.
I'd love to hear about how you and Highwing met.
I'd actually like you to know. About 5 years ago, Highwing had been captured by poachers. At first, they planned to sell her, but soon decided they wanted to kill her instead. More money, I suppose. I'd finally had enough. I freed Highwing and we ran. We'd flown for ages when I spotted mooncalves dancing below and we landed to watch them. It felt like an omen. A good one. A sign that the worst was over.
What do you mean you'd had enough and the worst was over?
You see, the night I freed Highwing was also the night I ran away from home. A poacher camp. I come from a family of poachers.
Oh shit.
Merlin? I don't know what to say, Poppy. I can't imagine what that must have been like for you.
I never fitted in. But the older I got, the more apparent it became. Gran tried for years to convince my parents to let me live with her. Suffice it to say, when I left with Highwing, I flew straight for her house.
How brave. I'm glad you escaped.
So am I. There were so many creatures I was unable to help when I was younger. Now that's all I want to do.
Well, you're succeeding, but you can't save them all.
Poppy, you're only one person. You can't save them all.
I can try, and I've had a bit of help so far. I've never told anyone any of this, but I'm glad that you know. It's nice to have someone to talk about it with.
What was it like growing up in a family of poachers?
The thing I remember most was how much we moved around, always chasing the next big kill. It was chaotic and dangerous, and nowhere a child should ever grow up.
Do your parents know about the things you do now? Saving that dragon from the fighting ring, for instance.
We don't speak, or rather, they don't speak to me. Last I heard, they were in Borneo trying to make their fortunes there, acromantulas. However, I wouldn't be surprised if word has got back to them. Some days a part of me hopes that it has. Now that I'm older, I wish I could talk to them, get them to see sense. But sadly, I suspect that wouldn't do any good.
We were around so many poachers in the tent. Were you not worried about being recognized?
Poachers are nomadic, and most of the ones in the area aren't any I'd grown up with. That said, I suspect someone must have recognized me. That's how they got to Gran.
I'm glad you told me.
We should get back to Doran. He'll need to see the symbol, and we've got poachers to beat. If you collect the moonstone, I can make a quick drawing of the symbol for Doran.
Where is it? Oh, okay. Let's go, Pops.
Are you finished with the drawing?
Just barely. I think the pattern's a bird. At least that's what it looks like.
Didn't the journal say the key to finding the Snidget lies in the moonlight?
Of course. That's it. We need to show this to Doran. Not that I'd know where to find him at this hour. Perhaps we should head back to the castle and we can track him down after a good night's sleep.
Agreed. I'm ready to leave if you are.